Hey, you know what this is, right? This whole democratic socialism, woke, free meals for kids, healthcare for all. That's matriarchy. That's divine feminine. Now, I know there's a lot of confusion as to what those two terms mean. I'm going to break it down, but first I'm going to remind you that's Gia just said that. Probably the most important one. I mean, I know we're all waiting for it, but that's yet to come. The very first video I ever made about politics, clear last November, before we even had the 4 a.m. wake up call, I did a video where I said, no matter who wins, no matter what happens, we will see the rise of the divine feminine. That's the timeline we are on. That was the eventual outcome that I knew would happen. And we are seeing the rise of it now. Where we have been is the battle for it, the fight to convince people that this is better for all. And of course, we've been in the fight as patriarchy is fighting to survive. So let's break down these terms. So a lot of people think that matriarchy is just patriarchy, but with women at the top. And it's very telling that many men are, when they have that belief, they're strongly opposed to matriarchy. It's almost as though they get that patriarchy as a system is bad. And they wouldn't want to be at the bottom of that pyramid, because that's what patriarchy is. It's not male-female. It's a pyramidal system where there is competition, where there is one leader or one very small group that has power over everybody else. And the lower you are on that pyramid, the more you have to fight to survive. Patriarchy is oppression. It is, yes, misogynistic. It is all about fighting for power and oppressing anyone on your way up to power. Now, patriarchy doesn't mean male or cisgender male. Women can uphold patriarchy. Women can have patriarchal systems. And if you want to see that in action, go to any right-wing Christian religion. The women are upholding patriarchy. So if patriarchy is a pyramid, is a triangle, matriarchy is a circle. It is not women, it is female energy. It is caretaking. It is nurturing. It is giving everyone a seat at the table. It is ensuring our community survival. And just like patriarchy, matriarchy is a system that not only benefits men as well as women, whereas patriarchy only benefits men. Matriarchy can be done by men. I've often pointed to people like Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, who are a beautiful balance of both masculine and feminine energies. Because when we're talking about divine feminine, we're not talking about cisgendered bodies, female bodies. We're talking about the energy, those qualities of nurturing, caretaking, empathy. Now, being a parent of 3 children, I actually see these qualities a lot, and it's kind of easy to look at them when you see them in children who aren't really doing them intentionally. They're just unconscious of it. So I have a teenage son, and I have tween daughters. And what I see amongst the boys is very typical behavior, which, by the way, is enforced by traditional societal gender stereotypes. And it is a natural competition. They're jockeying for position. They tease, they put each other down. That is how they bond, by the way. It's not inherently bad, but it is about competition, being the top dog. But with my girls, what I see is community and balance. You know, there's a lot of flack about, oh, girls are drama, girls are gossipy. You know what girls are actually doing? They're curating the vibe. They are making sure that everyone's on the same page. And I'm telling you, a pack of girls will come down on you if you are on your shit. And all of them will come together to state the rules, to enforce the rules, and to make sure everybody is following those rules. And if not, you're going to hear about it. There is a lot more communication that goes on with females. There's a lot more going back and forth, talking things out, and there's a lot of emotionality. Now, it doesn't mean that males can't have these qualities and females can't have the other. It's not about that. But our society definitely has bolstered and propped up certain personality traits and divine feminine masculine traits, while it has pushed down others. For far too long in our culture, the feminine has been mocked, while qualities that are not the balanced masculine, but the imbalanced masculine of aggression and force, those have been prized in our society for far too long. So for us to have this divine feminine rising, it means a resurgence in our culture, a recognition that the qualities of matriarchy will benefit the entire society. In matriarchy, everyone has a seat at the table. In matriarchy, there's a focus not on domination, but on caretaking. It is community first. It is we the people. And yes, there are those qualities of maternal, motherly love. This is what woke is. It's empathy. It's fighting for people who have been oppressed in the pyramid of patriarchy. It's bringing everyone to the table. It's fighting for causes that allow everybody to thrive. So, of course, the old patriarchal system is having none of that. And they've launched a war on woke, on DEI. But their battle against it, their smear campaign, has actually brought more awareness to it. And when we've seen their cruelty unleashed so harshly this year, more and more people are waking up and saying, no, we're done with that. And so we are entering the era of the rise of the divine feminine and the installation of matriarchy as a new societal system. Now, this will take time, but we're already seeing it take root. Not only in some of the policies and the talking points of those who've just been elected, looking at you, Mom Donnie, but also we've seen so many new female governors, female leaders be brought into politics now. And we have been doing it too. We as a collective, as the 4 a.m. Club, Group 7, the No Kings movement, this has been about inclusion. This is about fighting for the total equality of everybody in our society. We have been doing matriarchy. Because although matriarchy is soft and feminine and nurturing, there is fire, there is spark, there is fighting for the rights of all and setting that boundary and guarding it fiercely. So, welcome to the rise of matriarchy. We are at the threshold and we're going to keep going to see it spread.